Welcome everyone, I'm Marty the Hero, and today our topic is the 2D side-scrolling skateboarding game, OlliOlli. The game was developed and published by Roll7 for the PlayStation Vita in January 2014. It later received ports for the Windows, OS X, and Linux, which was developed by General Arcade and published by Devolver Digital. Ports for the PS3 and 4 developed by Blitworks and published by Roll7. Ports for Xbox One, Wii U, and Nintendo 3DS developed by Carbon and published by Curve Digital. And there's also an Android port, which was developed by Blitworks and published by Devolver Digital. Do remember this last port because we'll come back to it. The game is simple at its core, though you do have options for introducing some complexity. But at its core, when you start off the game, it is a 2-button game. Well, one analog stick and 1-button game, really, but whatever. So, how you go about the game is you do tricks for points. That's the easy part. Just like in Skate, you flick the stick and you do the trick. But the tricky part, no pun intended, is the landing. You see you have a button you need to press to land. This is where the game introduces its difficulty. The closer you press A or whatever the button on your preferred battle box is to the ground, the better the score you will get, as your landing will be better. Pressing A too fast or too slow will result in a sloppy landing, which in the later stages will probably mean you'll get wiped out. You can also grind, which is the same timing thing, but you need to move your stick in order to do it instead of pressing A. But that's the core of the gameplay, so what about the complexity? Well, by pressing the bumpers or triggers while jumping and grinding, you can do different harder tricks for more points. That's about it, really. Now as for why I told you to remember that this game has an Android port, I know of at least one Android game that's a lot like this game, and I'm pretty sure it was released before this game, though I have no proof of that. But in the end, what matters is not who did it first, but who did it best, and the main difference between that game and this game is that even not taking the art quality and the difference in the gameplay's complexity in account, there's a small little thing that game lacks which this game has. Well, kinda. That thing is replayability. From what I've said so far, it could seem like this game has no replayability as well, but this game gives you separate goals to accomplish as well as going through its levels. Things like doing a certain trick, getting a certain amount of points in one combo, or picking up things while on your way to the exit will be given to you as tasks. This is how the game handles replayability, for one. But once you're done doing these tasks, you will be rewarded with pro levels, which are pretty much more of the same but harder, wouldn't you know? The game looks fine for what it is, I suppose. I mean, it certainly looks better than the phone game I compared it to. Music's not my cup of tea, but it does its job as far as I'm concerned. The rest seems fine. So, what do I think of the game then? Well, I mean, it's not bad, but I wasn't blown away. It's a good game if you've got the money and or like this sort of thing, I guess, but I'd recommend getting it for a portable device over a home console because that feels a better home for it, considering that it was made for one to begin with. As for a rating, I give the game 6 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video, and with that, goodbye.